Vital, now in a brand new pack.
That's right, you. And I think just recently when you've been looking at the news of Kourtney Kardashian having given birth to her child and Adele due to give birth in September, it feels like it's kind of a baby season happening around about this time of year. And ironically enough, Andrea's been getting a lot of questions on her Facebook page, Andrea, WC Vital Expert, about that, exactly what to do when you're trying to conceive. Good morning, Andrea. Good to have you here with us.
Good to see you.
So one very common one that you've been getting is can supplements help increase the chances of you conceiving?
You know, with nutrition, it's always good to start with good nutrition because your reproductive system, as any other part of your body, needs certain nutrients to function properly. But we should not expect nutritional supplements to greatly increase our chances of falling pregnant if you're planning a family.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we shouldn't expect miracles from them. But good nutrition is really one of the cornerstones of a healthy pregnancy.
And so when we are looking at that group of nutrients that could help, not,
yes.
you know, not create miracles for you,
yes.
but could help. What are we looking at?
Definitely a few nutrients. Vitamin E, very important for the reproductive system, and that we find in avocado. So, good excuse to eat your avocado every day.
Every day.
A slice of toast.
Yeah.
And then other nutrients that are really important include zinc. Now, zinc we find in a variety of foods. All my favourites: lentils and nuts. And luckily, Zola couldn't see me eating these pine nuts here. I couldn't help myself. But sunflower seeds are particularly rich in zinc, and so are pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
So that's important for men and women, the vitamin E and zinc. And you also find zinc in oysters and in mussels.
Yes.
So I don't think I'll have this for breakfast.
but a little bit later on in the day, just to kind of spoil yourself a bit.
But these nutrients are really important. And then for women in particular, it's important to increase the intake of folic acid at the time that they're trying to conceive. And folic acid we find in veggies that people often don't like that much.
Okay.
Brussels sprouts and broccoli. But they should just try some of my recipes because I love vegetables and experimenting with different ideas, and just steamed Brussels sprouts inspires nobody.
It's all about how you put them together, and you can
Yes.
create something that tastes very, very nice if you just work with the taste
change
elements.
the reputation of those Brussels sprouts.
You know, changing them one vegetable at a time.
So folic acid is very important for women during pregnancy, and they've shown that the use of oral contraceptives can reduce your body status of folic acid. So it's so important for women trying to conceive to take that. And we often recommend a product that we make, Vital Multi-Time Pregnant Women, which is a multivitamin enriched with folic acid and iron and vitamin E and all those nutrients that you need during pregnancy or at the onset of pregnancy.
Yes.
Or conception or whatever.
Okay. Now tell me about, there's something kind of wrong with this picture here. What are we looking at there?
I would start with the plate of deep fried foods there at the end.
Yes.
That they've positioned far away from me. Because, you know, eating a diet filled with processed foods that are depleted of nutrients is really not a good way to start. Your body really needs nourishing foods like these. Not only these, but, I mean,
a whole
in the mix,
host of,
yes.
nutritious
So
food.
try and stay away from highly processed foods and deep fried foods. And then coffee is something that's quite controversial at the moment in relation with fertility treatment, because they did a Danish study showed among a group of about 4,000 women that those that drank 5 cups of coffee per day or more were less likely to be successful with their fertility treatment. So they say that drinking 5 cups of coffee or more per day halves your chance of conceiving. Yes.
That drastic.
Yes. But the message is not that coffee is bad for you. We read on a weekly basis about some of the benefits of coffee, but if you have it in moderation.
Yes.
So for anybody that enjoys their cup of coffee, don't feel guilty about that. 1 or 2 or 3 is good, but when it reaches 4 or 5, I would say to
It's
practice moderation.
to that dangerous
and
level.
we spoke earlier, and you couldn't believe that people drank 5 cups of coffee a day.
Yeah, it kind of seems impossible, but Andrea herself says at one point in life she used to drink quite a lot of coffee.
Yes, I drank up to 10 cups a day, and then I studied dietetics, and I learned that, gosh, this is it's too much caffeine.
It's too much caffeine. All right, so if you were kind of just to sum it up in you know, a few pointers of what those your best tips are for families out there that are trying to build a family.
I think healthy nutrition, so try and include as many whole foods in the most natural form in your diet, especially these that we spoke about, the avocado, nuts and seeds, lentils, Brussels sprouts and broccoli. And then try to stay away from processed foods that contain hardly any nutrients, especially the deep fried ones, and limit your cup of coffee to 1 or 2 per day. If you
Okay.
can.
Well, hopefully you can manage that. Andrea, thank you very much from Vital. Of course, if you have any other questions, you can ask them on her Facebook page, Andrea Vital Expert. We'll see you shortly after the break.
Vital, now in a brand new pack.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.